What do you know? Do you want me to draw it out for you? First.
That's a rhetorical question.
5 minute fair value gap. Lo and behold, bang on time, 10:20. Write that down. 10:20 to 10:40. That doesn't mean it can't happen earlier, and it doesn't mean it can't happen later, but the majority of silver bullets happen in between 10:20 and 10:40. Backtest it. Don't listen to me. What happens? We get a very nice move down. Even if we entered the bottom of the fair value gap, we still get a 10 handle move. What does ICT say? Aim for a minimum of 10 handles, 5 to 10 handles. Job done. High probability, not just high probability, AA plus high probability setup. Now watch. Now look for something obvious. It's 9 o'clock. $12 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Right, look. Here we go again. And you must understand that these times are more high probability. 8, 9 and 10 is more probable than 10, 11, 12, right? This is why ICT says the silver bullet happens every hour. It doesn't mean it happens every hour. It does on a lower time frame, but on the 1 hour time frames, right? So when people say there's a silver bullet at 10 or 11 or 12, this is how you know exactly which time it's going to form, right? I'm going to rewind this for simplicity. Right, this one is 10 o'clock. I'm gonna highlight the model. Look, liquidity was taken. Right, we highlight the 10 o'clock candle. What does ICT say? Go down to the 5 minute. Look for the first 5 minute fair value gap. I'm gonna highlight it for you. Wow. Very simple. Me personally, I choose the unicorn setup, but the silver bullet's right there, high probability. What did I say before? The silver bullet occurs most of the time in between 10:20 and 10:40. Look, 10:45, bang on the money. You need to backtest this hundreds of times. You'll see it recurring. You'll see it happening over and over and over and over again. Now, what happens when it doesn't happen at 10? That's what you're all thinking. Do I have to wait for a 3 candle pattern or 3 candle model to happen 8, 9, 10? Guess what? No. That's why the silver bullet in the distribution phase, because if you haven't already worked out the power and what I'm trying to explain to you here, hopefully you're going to get it after this explanation. So yes, I am going to cherry pick a slightly cleaner model for the explanation. I want a really clear one. And don't think because I'm not showing you one right now, right here, they don't happen. They do happen. They happen every single day. I've been taking these every single session, right? Now look here. Okay, perfect. Liquidity gets taken. Right? it gets taken at 9 o'clock. As soon as this happens, everybody's long. What happens? The second dig that always takes everybody out, the one that always used to take me out, and I used to get frustrated thinking, why is it that the second dig always takes me out? Look at what I'm showing you. This is very high probability. Guys, you know I don't rave on about fair value gaps, but something that I have noticed is it's another algorithmic signature that when these 3 candle models form inside a fair value gap, they are super high probability, right? We've taken liquidity. We've shown signs of rejection because candle number 2 closed inside the range of candle number 1, right? Look at the time. It shows you the time. This is what I mean by time. This is all the time you need to know. Was the news on this day, right? Yes. What time was the news? 10 o'clock. Right? What time do we expect the manipulation? 10 o'clock. What time's the silver bullet going to be? Not 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock's the manipulation phase. So that means 11 o'clock is going to be the silver bullet on this particular day. Now when your manipulation and distribution phases don't line up, this is why. Because all you have to do is let price show you exactly when it's going to happen. 9 o'clock comes, we're just sweeping liquidity. I already know that the silver bullet's not going to be 10 o'clock today. It's going to be 11. I already know that the distribution phase is not going to be 10 o'clock. It's going to be 11. How do I know? Watch. In real time, look. I've come to the charts, right? I've noticed at 9 o'clock we sweep liquidity into a fair value gap. I'm already anticipating a 3 candle model. And for that to happen, I know that we've got to have another 2 candles. It's 9 o'clock now. 10 o'clock's going to be the next candle. So now I need to see the manipulation. I need to see the liquidity purge of the previous candle with a closure inside the range. Then I already know that 11 o'clock is going to be the silver bullet or the distribution and the redistribution. Guess what? Go and have a coffee, go and have some toast, go to the gym, go and relax with your family. Yeah, relax with your family. You know,
Exactly.
you already know. Everyone else is sat at their screens waiting, or they're already in because this is a turtle soup. Turtle soup, guys, turtle soup. Let's go long. Yeah? No. Walk away. Go and enjoy life. Go on, Zeus.
And every single 15-second upclose candle will be, oh, buy it.
Yeah.
I'm missing out.
Yeah.
But that's the main thing that I hope people are realizing when listening to this webinar. First of all, I truly hope that people are still listening because it's already a long one. But that's the thing, if you're still listening to this, you're going to make it as simple as that. But how many times has Rich mentioned, I'm anticipating? The word anticipating, that's it. He's not reacting to price. He's not, oh, I see an upclose candle now, I'm anticipating higher prices for the day, so I'm gonna buy it. No, he's anticipating at what time his entry will form. During what time window. There's a major difference there between the pattern trader who just reacts to the pattern forming and someone who is anticipating when and where the pattern will form.
Yeah, exactly, mate. And I feel like you're correct there, mate. Anticipating is one of the most underused words in trading, and I feel like that is something that everybody should be focusing on.
Yeah, but the thing is, bro, the majority of people don't have the knowledge to even be able to anticipate when and where their things form their patterns, because they don't know what makes their pattern work or not, and when it should work. But that's the thing, that's you only realize that once you've spent the countless hours of investigating, just spending chart time. Like Rich, how many hours a day were you studying?
This is no lie now, and I can even swear on my mother's life, right? I was doing in between 12 and 16 hours a day for around 9 to 10 months.
Just stuck to the charts every single day.
But that's how I know what I know now. And that's how my brain is programmed to see these things so naturally. And that's how I can be sat on the 1 hour or the 4 hour and I know exactly what the 1 minute's doing. And when I go to the 1 minute, I can look at the 1 minute and I know there's a unicorn forming on a 15-second without even looking at it.
Exactly. Because you've programmed your mind
Yeah.
to see these things.
So we'll get on with it. We'll get on with this now because obviously time's going on. I don't want you guys getting bored. But look, for me, you've heard me say, let the lazy be losers. If you're still not watching this now, you won't even know I've said it, and you'll be a loser and you'll be losing trades. The ones that are still here listening, you're going to go far, right? So look, I'm anticipating the reversal. It's this simple. I'm going to say it one more time, right? I'm anticipating a purge of the low, right? And a close back inside the range. The reason I need a close back inside the range is because it's showing me that price does not want to go lower. This candle closed below this candle's low. That means it wants to go lower. This candle closed below this candle's low. So this means it wants to go lower. I'm waiting for a rejection of this exact price level, which is what we get. Right? And I knew this at 9 o'clock. I knew that I would not be getting involved till 11 o'clock. Okay? 10:50, I come back to get involved. And I already know exactly my entry model. I already know I'm looking for a breaker and a fair value gap, or a breaker and a BPR inside this wick, or formed previous, and this candle will dig down into that fair value gap or that BPR, and then it will rush away. Look at the candle. How can anybody argue with me to say that, Rich, you're wrong? It's not possible. Every single third candle that I've showed you is always a big thick candle. Yes or no? I hope you're answering yes. So to keep this it's very simple, right? And it is simple. I'm coming to the charts. If I can, I'm looking at the higher time frames, right? I'm looking for a 3 candle model. Okay. What do we see? The following week. Wow. 3 candle model. I don't want to mention names. They know who they are. There was a hell of a lot of people saying lower prices in the chat. I already knew, but I don't like to argue. I don't like to tell people they're wrong, because if I was actually wrong and they were right, I wouldn't want to change their mind. But I was very confident. Why? Because it was a 3 candle model inside a fair value gap that had bounced off another fair value gap that had bounced off support turn resistance. Guess what? Bullish week. Waited for the candle to open low. What day are we expecting a low to form? It was on a Monday, Tuesday, low of the week. Thursday, Friday, reversal. Am I wrong? What did I say in the very beginning? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, high or low of the week. Thursday, Friday, reversal. Drum that into your head. There's an 81% chance that the high or low of the week is going to form in between 6 p.m. Yeah, 6 p.m. on Sunday until Tuesday, 4 p.m. on Tuesday. That's the highest probability. Monday, low of the week. My bias for the whole week until all-time highs were taken were very simply bearish. Every single day on these days,
bullish.
Yeah, bullish. It's been a long day, guys. Zeus is behind the scenes messaging me saying more, tell them more, tell them more. I'm getting DMs. Now, all I'm doing is every single day I'm looking for key times, right? So let's just keep this dead simple. I've showed you the examples on the weekly, right? I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm coming down to the daily. You might only get one 3 candle model or two. You'll get one on the Monday, Tuesday low, and then you get another one on the Thursday, Friday reversal, right? Normally. But you're saying, like, some of you might not be thinking clear, and you might be thinking, yeah, but that's only 1 or 2 setups a week. No. It's fractal. Every single day, you've got the opportunity to get in. And it's like this, right? All I'm doing is I'm literally, that's the higher time frame order flow. If we go down to the 1 hour, on each and every individual day, what time's the news? That's it. That's my whole model. I don't even understand like how I'm supposed to make it any simpler. That's my whole model. What time is the news? Right, it's 10 o'clock. Right, I'm going to wait for a 3 candle model to form with the manipulation candle being 10 or 11 o'clock, for example. That's it. That's the whole model. Look. What happens here? This is afternoon, by the way. Afternoons are different, right? Afternoons, 1:30 is 9:30. It repeats. Listen to what I'm saying. 9:30, 10, 10:30, 11, 12. In the afternoon, 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3:15, 3:45. 1:30 is 9:30. The day is split into 2 deliveries. You split the day into 2 from 12 noon. Okay? Exactly the same thing happens here. 3 candle model. What time does ICT say the silver bullet is in the afternoon? It wouldn't be 2 o'clock by any chance. 2 o'clock silver bullet. Right? The morning session. What time is news? There was no news. 3 candle model. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock silver bullet. I can't remember what happened on this day. Let's investigate, see whether I'm talking rubbish. Or to see how clear it is. Surprise, surprise. There's 2 options. We either take the fair value gap before, we can actually wait until the very next candle for the second stage distribution. That's the 11 o'clock candle, by the way. If you went down onto the 1 minute, you would catch this in the proper time. But either way, it doesn't matter. Silver bullet. Don't forget, nothing is perfect, but that is clearly the silver bullet. Even though it wasn't the first 5 minute fair value gap in the 10 minute candle, on the 1 minute the entry would be here. Okay, it's that simple. I'm not going to give you step-by-step instructions for this model, and I do think that the simple logic is very clear already. Use the 3 candle model to find your bias on the weekly and the daily. The only question you've got to ask yourself is, guys, I'm going to keep saying it, what time's the news? There is no news. Okay, 9:30 should be the SMR. Guys, is there any news? The news is at 8:30. Okay, 8:30 should be the SMR. 8:30 should be the manipulation. If it's not, follow the candles. What I mean by follow the candles is this, right? This was a beautiful trade. I took this trade as well. This was a high probability trade. 10 o'clock news, right? 3 a.m. right? Key time of day. We expect 3 a.m. to be the low of the day. 3 candle model worked perfectly. Now we have a 3 candle model at 7. Okay, another high probability setup. There was news at 10. What did news at 10 give us? News at 10 give us a 3 candle model. A continuation 3 candle model, not a reversal. But you can class it as a reversal on the lower time frame, but you see the point. This is a clear reversal. What I mean is, this is a reversal. I class this as a reversal. I class this as a continuation because it's just a continuation of this same leg. Okay, so today, because news was at 10, what time was the silver bullet? The silver bullet was at 11. The distribution candle was at 11. The manipulation was at 10, not 9 or 9:30 if you want to be precise. Right? The candles, the algorithm tells you the time. Guess what? There's SMT there. Guess what? There's SMT there. Guess what? SMT is time. SMT shows you the exact time. Now, if I can find one last thing before we leave it there, because like I say, Zeus, does the model come across clearly without actually giving like step-by-step instructions?
Yeah, for sure. I think that if people would investigate everything that you've shared thus far,
yeah,
bro, and combine that with everything that has been taught within TOTK, when it comes to just our whole basically core content, man, that right there gives them all the understanding that they
because
need.
they don't like. Because I talked too much in the beginning, I didn't get a chance to showcase. Like, I was going to go a bit more depth, like with step-by-step instructions, but I don't think I need to.
The thing is, bro, this is, I think this is perfect because look, I do this as well. Is that whenever I share something, I always keep the gems until like the middle or the final part, because you don't want to spoon feed people. You don't want to go out and say within, let's say, 10 minutes this and this and this and this and this, because that's not how one develops patience. By listening to this whole masterclass, this whole webinar, people are listening, developing the patience that they need live. And they don't realize it, because nowadays everyone wants everything within just a tap. Look, let me watch this and then get it.
But sometimes I struggle to know how it's coming across from the other end. That's why I'm asking. So, guys, one more thing. One more thing. This is very important, right? And you see this occurring twice here. Look. So the bottom chart is Nasdaq, right? What I do want to press on is SMT between Nasdaq and ES is high probability, right? I do use YM as a last resort, okay? Just so you know. Now look what happens here. ES, we get a failed 3 candle model. Why is it failed? Because this candle closed above, right? But look what happens on Nasdaq. This is the highest form of SMT. Trust me. Listen, I've got more data on this than you can ever imagine. Nasdaq forms a perfect 3-candle model with the rejection inside the range. ES does not, right? Here, Nasdaq does not respect the range and it closes outside the range, yet ES makes a 3-candle model perfectly and closes inside. What happens here, guys? Look what happens here. We get a perfect market maker sell model. We get a perfect market maker sell model. This is gold. This is gold. This is gold information. Look at the SMTs between the lack of respect for the range and the close in and outside of the range. And it happens twice in a row next to each other. You can take both trades. You already know exactly which candles to enter on. Both candles break both the ranges and then some. This is just so powerful, guys. Look. This is going to make you laugh, right? What did I say? Just. And this is just so you know I'm not talking rubbish. Zeus, what time did I say the manipulation was if there's no news?
9:30.
And what, because there's no news in the afternoons other than FOMC, what does 1:30 do?
Manipulate.
Yeah, so it repeats exactly what 9 o'clock did. 9:30. 1:30 repeats what 9:30 did. Guess what? What time's that? So there's 9:30. There's 1:30. Look, 10 o'clock. What does ICT say? 10 o'clock. Silver bullet.
Silver
What
bullet.
does he say about 2 o'clock PM? Silver bullet.
Silver bullet.
So if you thought I was full of rubbish, go and investigate that. I'll highlight the times and dates for you. That was Thursday, the 30th of May at 9 and 1. Hopefully you can see that on the recording. I'll leave that there for a second while we close off.
I wonder, Rich,
Yep.
one more thing before we close shop for the day. Would you mind explaining to the people how you view the door? I know it was not on the scheduled topics, but I feel like it's very important for people to know that even if they're looking at the index futures, that looking at the door is crucial.
Yeah, like this has been a bit controversial in the chat. And guys, listen, like this can be difficult for beginners, right? But I feel like as beginners, you should already be concentrating on this, right? I'm going to show you something, right? So on the higher time frames, let's look at ES for a minute. I'm hoping, yeah, that was it there. Right, look, guys, look. This is all twinned in, so just bear with me. What I want to show you is this, right? What were we saying about the unicorn model? Did I not say, me and Zeus have said, it's the highest probability algorithmic signature there is, and it hands down, there's no one can argue. I don't care what anyone says, I'll argue to the death that I'm correct, right? And I am correct. I know I'm correct. It's been proven. Me and Zeus, we know where price is reacting, and it all fits in perfectly.
Every week.
What
every
do
day.
we see here, guys? What do we see? Think bias. Okay, I don't like the word bias, but think bias or think higher time frame order flow from this low. Strange. perfect unicorn model with the BPR. Okay, there is one on a lower time frame, right? It's here. That's why price reacted here, because fractally, right? Fractally, this is the breaker, and that's why we had this reaction off this wick. Now, the reason I'm explaining this to you is because the unicorn model is fractal, works on the yearly, the monthly, the weekly, the daily. When you see a unicorn model forming on the 4 hour, we can anticipate bullish prices, right? Knowing, right, that first we're going to take this high and then possibly going back to all-time highs, which is what I was anticipating. It's as simple as that. The entry model, right? When you've got a 3 candle model on a higher or lower, listen to what I'm saying. When you've got a 3 candle model on a higher or lower time frame, that's everything you need. When you've got a unicorn model on a higher time frame or a lower time frame, that is all you need. Right? Now, how does that work with dollar? Exactly the same. What's going to happen is ES, I'm going to show you the exact same price action. ES did this. Right? On the higher time frame. We want to see, bear with me, a little bit of retardedness coming in. We want to see Dixie do this at around the same time, right? But what will happen is Dixie will skip slightly in front of ES, not by hours but by minutes. The reason I'm telling you this is because on a higher time frame, once ES does this, right? Let's put this here just in case anybody screenshots or anything. Once ES does this and Dixie does this, it's a done deal, guys. It's a done deal. Once we know the drawn liquidity is down here, and once we know the drawn liquidity is up here, look how much time we have to get involved. We have weeks, we have days, we have hours, we have minutes, right? Depending on the fractal that you're using, right? Now, on the higher time frames, this is why we get time distortion. This is why ES will come this close to its target, come back on itself, then come down, then violently go through, or vice versa, because we're waiting for Dixie. When Dixie's here and it's messing around on a higher time frame, on ES we've got time distortion waiting. Time distortion is just waiting for Dixie or ES or NQ or YM to hit the targets. That's all it is. Now, when you get confused and when you're looking for why price is doing what it's doing, all you've got to do is flip through the other assets to see who's not hit the target, who's waiting to hit the target, who's already hit the target, and why we're waiting, and you'll see it. Now, this is higher time frame, this is 4 hour, this is daily, right? When price has hit my POI, right? So now we're looking at the 1 minute. Listen carefully. This is the 1 minute, right? At the same time, right? I'm watching ES, right? I'm not looking at Dixie, right? At the moment, I probably will have 2 screens on, but this is the point. I'm on the 1 minute. It's the exact unicorns that I've just been showing you, right? I've hit the POI. at a key time. So I've hit a key level at a key time, right? Liquidity's here, say for example, and it's also inside a fair value gap, right? For example, this is say 10 o'clock. Right, it's 10 o'clock at night, but 10 o'clock in the day, right? This is 10 o'clock. This is the silver bullet, for example. ES is messing round, right? A little bit of up and down, up and down, up and down. You've seen it before. We get like a bit of a consolidation before it dibs into the fair value gap. The reason for that is we're waiting for Dixie to hit. But before all this happens, we get this. Dixie will have already made a unicorn model. Trust me, Dixie moves in front, right? Some of you guys may have seen me sat round hovering, like I'll hover like a stalker, like a weirdo, waiting to get involved. I'm waiting for this to happen. I'm waiting for the real change in delivery here. I'm waiting for the real CSD. I'm waiting for the algorithm on Dixie to go from a buy program to a sell program. Once Dixie hits here, Dixie will start stretching straight away. I'm talking in between 5 to 9 candles, maybe 9 minutes in front of ES. When I see this happen, I know it's a done deal. All I do, I sit back and I wait. Everyone else is itching to get in. Everyone else is thinking, is it going to happen? I already know it's going to happen. I've just watched Dixie 9-10 minutes in front already retest the breaker and start moving away viciously. And all I'm waiting for is one close above the breaker. One close above the breaker. And I'm in. I'm long. Already anticipating a possible pullback and drawdown. Why did I not get in here? Because sometimes it moves off without you. Okay? Is there a right or wrong way? No. Is there a more sensible way? No. The only thing you have to worry about is your mental capacity. I enter this trade on a close above the breaker, again anticipating that there could be a pullback to the fair value gap or to 50% of the breaker. And I'm anticipating this to happen. Right? And I don't care about this drawdown. I'm anticipating it. I'm mentally aware that this is going to happen. Right? So the point I'm getting at is Zeus. Dixie makes a unicorn model, retests the breaker, flips into a sell program and aggressively moves down 9 to 10 minutes in front of ES. I've already anticipated that I'm waiting for one candle to close viciously or aggressively above that breaker. As soon as it does, I'm long. I'm not scared, and it's not wrong to enter there knowing and anticipating drawdown. I'm not retarded. I'm not stupid. This is all thought about down here. I've already drawn the breaker out before I've even made the SMR. The breaker's already highlighted. I've anticipated this high, this intermediate term high, to be a breaker because I'm in line with time. I already know that news was at 8:30. I already know that we have not hit the drawn liquidity by 8:30. I already know that we have hit We have not hit the drawn liquidity by 9:30. Now I know that 10 o'clock, I'm anticipating the draw on liquidity to be hit. Key times, did we hit the drawn liquidity, yes or no? No. Continuation. Next key time, have we hit the drawn liquidity, yes or no? No. Continuation. Next key time, have we hit the drawn liquidity, yes? Possible reversal. Dixie stretches off short, well ahead of time. Close above the breaker, enter long. And that's how I do it, mate. I use them together.
I think that right there is the explanation that everyone has been desiring for such a long time.
Well,
Dixie is crucial.
100%. I'm not disputing sometimes Dixie can be frustrating. Some people would say that the correlation is not that important. I would beg to differ.
We're nearly 3 hours in, Rich.
It's a nice number.
And, it's a very nice number. It's multiple hours of complete value.
It's
probably one of the best masterclasses inside of TOTK.
It's 3 fractals of 1 hour.
And I want. Yeah, exactly. AMD. First part was the accumulation with regards to the knowledge. Second part, the manipulation, a bit more saucy, and then the third part, distribution. Everything came out.
That's how it is, mate. That's how it's planned.
But we of course spoke about hosting this masterclass. Spoke about why you want to do it, and it's because you want to take a break off the social side.
It's only a short break, mate. Maybe 4 to 5 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, just go a bit dark and just focus on
I'll
yourself,
still be
right?
in TOTK, no doubt, dropping some bits and bombs, bobs every now and again. I can't help but drop the bombs, guys. But so I may not be around for a little while. I will be bobbing in backwards and forwards. I just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of something to work on, and then when I come back, I hope some of you guys are absolutely smashing it. Now, guys, listen, just before we do end, I want to say this. If you combine this information with zeuusy's mentorship, like, I'm not even joking, you don't need anything else. Literally. You don't need anything. That is it. You don't need to go on YouTube. You don't need to read books, right? You don't need to listen to some idiot on social media, right? You don't need to spend any more money learning anything. You only need this information, right? And if you haven't already done zeuusy's mentorship, and that's all you need, nothing else. Would you agree? Don't blow your own trumpet,
sure.
but would you agree?
Because no, but that's the thing. Like, I feel like so many people are constantly they're switching. Meaning they spend some time here, then they go to that one, then that one, and that one, whatever. And it doesn't work that way. You literally need to focus on one simple framework, one simple model. Because everything you literally explained during this masterclass is all part of one larger framework. That's it. That's literally it. And if you understand that framework, every single market move can be explained and anticipated.
See, guy.
Right,
I just want to, I just want to say one thing though, guys. Right, listen. I know there's guys in the chat, and I used to do this a lot myself, right? And just used to say to me, "Bro, you're crazy. Calm down, right?" I used to take every single move in the day. I used to take every single reversal in the day, right? As you know, my bias is long and short, right? Am I capable of that? Yes, I am, right? But the stress that takes on you is a lot. You can win 7 trades in the day and lose 2. and actually be unhappy with yourself, even though you've probably made 12% in one day and the average person doesn't even make that a week, right? You can still be disappointed with yourself. Guys, listen. Trade this model at the key times, right? And that's it. That is it. Don't trade 5 times a day. Don't even trade twice a day. If you find the 3 candle model that highlights the distribution candle and you already know what time it's going to occur, wait for it, take it, smash it, and walk away. If this only happens 3 times a week, right? Even if it only happens twice a week, trust me, it happens every session. I find it every session, whether it's on the 1 hour or the 15 minute. I must highlight the fact that the 1 hour is the highest probability. 15 minutes okay, but 1 hour sweep of liquidity inside a fair value gap with the 3 candle model is very high probability. Okay, taking 6, 7, 5, 4 trades a day, guys, don't do it. This is why you're not profitable. You only need 2 trades a week. If you get 2 trades a week, right, and you make a 2R on each of those trades, which is very, very, very easy. 5 handle stop loss, 10 handle take profit, right? You're making 4% a week. Zeus, put into perspective 4% a week.
In terms of what
Yeah,
it could
in
do
terms
for
of
one?
what other people do, what hedge funds do, what
Oh, that's when you think about what is or considered as an industry standard to be considered good, bro. You can go way beyond that, honestly, because that's the thing. You need to realize that the reason why there are these industry standards, it's because that's what has been accepted as, oh, this is normal, this is good, because they don't know the things that we're showing you right here. They are simply just doing very simple things, simple ideas, and that's what they're executing based upon. And they have many different strategies that they're using, and that's how year to year they're making average returns of, let's say, what's considered good. What would you say is a good performance for a hedge fund? 12%, 15%,
no,
something
mate, like
along those lines.
normally 10%.
Yeah, even less.
Yeah, they normally
That's the thing.
aim for, and this is the truth, right? Because I did look into this a while back. They look for around 10%. If they hit 6%, they're happy, but they're looking for around 10%.
Exactly. Now think about what's possible with this knowledge. Literally, one trade, yes, can put you, or let's say 1 to 2 trades can put you above what they consider as very good.
Yeah. Easily.
1% risk, there you go.
Easily. And for those of you that either new or may not see the bigger picture, if, for example, you had a 200,000 account with FTMO and you made 4% of a 200,000 account once a week, 1% is 2,000, 4% is 8,000. So if you can't survive on 8,000 a week, I think you need to get rid of your missus or husband if they're high maintenance.
Exactly. What a stream it
mate.
was, Rich.
Wow, you did it again, mate. You milked the bull. Oh dear.
Oh, yeah. Please let us know in the comments what you thought of this stream, guys. Just tag Rich and I, or the other admins and moderators inside of TOTK. We are very happy to hear your feedback.
Guys, listen. One little favour before you do go. Anyone that does watch this, will you please smash Twitter? Because look, we don't ask for much. Like, it's not like we're asking for money for the information. We're not asking you to pay for a mentorship. This is basically a mentorship. These videos like this, these are like a little mini mentorship. We're not asking for anything. But what we would appreciate was if you go on Twitter, right, you know, and just say, listen, Rich and Zeus did an amazing stream. Like that's all I'm asking for anyway, personally. That you know, just hit Twitter, hit social media, let these people know that we don't mess around. We're not charging money for extra information every 2 minutes, and with a real deal. That's all I ask for. Thank you.
Yeah. And it's also, we don't engage in drama or anything like that. All we're here for is just providing the value. That's all we care about. Rich, of course, you had an habit of trying to show off to the world, but luckily you're also getting a bit more professional about things. But I feel like that's just the way that one should behave. It's a responsibility when you get an audience.
No, it's 100%, mate. Yeah, I was a bit hot-headed at first when I was getting negative comments and people saying stupid stuff, but you'll notice I've got rid of a lot of my information. Any information that's got anything to do with anyone else, I've completely got rid of it. I'm having a restyle of my Twitter very soon. I'm just getting some stuff made up now professionally, and I'm just not going to be engaging with anyone. Basically, I'm just going to be posting my information. People can take that information how they like, and I'm just going to carry on regardless. I'm not even going to get wound up with idiots or pay attention to them. I haven't got time for that, mate.
Yeah, exactly. This life is too short to focus on
too busy making money, brother.
Exactly. Focus on what matters. And that's the thing. You will never hear a successful person speak badly about someone else because they're too busy focusing on their craft. And you know yourself how hard is it to balance trading with a personal life and to also spend time with your loved ones. Because it's very easy to get, like you were initially, chopped up. You were so focused on trading that you lost track of what's really important in life.
Mate. It's a fine line, mate, in between obsession and professionalism.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you again, guys, for
thanks
watching
for your
this
time,
webinar.
guys.
And have a very nice day.
Yep. Good afternoon, guys. See you later. Bye.